Hey folks, Eric the Whatever Guy, because it really is whatever me. Do you folks want to know about these Brookside police strip searching a guy on the side of a road for marijuana? You guys stick around, man. We'll talk about that. As you guys know, me, my name's Eric. I'm the Whatever Guy, and you can shoot videos a couple days a week, basically keeping guys updated in the world Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, hemp, cannabis, just what's going on in our realm. And having said that, man, sitting here bullshitting around, like I said, on an early Monday morning, getting ready to start my day. I'm a little sore, man. I went over to the store the other day, trying to get it, like I said, trying to get a location up at 416 North Highway 29 in Cantonment. And obviously went over there yesterday to do some work, and we're probably about a month late getting open. We're probably about a month and a half late getting open by the time it opens. But we've got to go back over there sometime later in the week and get it, pressure washed and painted and get it ready to go. So I'm a little bit worn down this morning. But talking about this crazy article from over at Marijuana Moment, I believe it is, or Alabama.com. But having said that, Brookside Police, man, they've been just outside of Birmingham. They've had some issues apparently with their police department. And this article here basically points out quite a few things, not just the fact that they're searching for marijuana, but that there may have been some racially ties going into there. But as I've said many times before, man, black people are 3 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana charges than white people are in the United States. There are a lot of black people in jail right now for marijuana charges. But having said that, this is a crazy situation, right? Like, I'm glad this didn't happen to me, because I'm the dude that would try to kill those 2 cops. Like, I'm going to jail for life if they try to make me strip search on the side of the road for some marijuana. Like, I'm probably beating the shit out of both of them, or I'm going to attempt to beat the shit out of both of them, and I'm probably going to jail for something else besides marijuana, because that's a ridiculous situation right here, especially when you consider that they pulled 3 people over, and one of the people in the vehicle was a female. So there was 2 males, 1 female in the vehicle. They pulled them over. Apparently, it was 2 black guys and 1 white girl, and the situation ensued. So we're gonna flip over here to an article, like I said, over here at, let's take a look and see where it's at so I don't lie to you guys. This is over at Alabama.com, and it says police strip search man on roadside in search of marijuana, a new lawsuit says. Police in Brookside ordered a young man to take off his clothes as they searched him for marijuana in a dark roadside 2 years ago, a new federal lawsuit claims. Kwame Wright is suing the town of Brookside, 2 police officers, and former Chief Mike Jones, alleging violations of his constitutional rights. The case is the latest in a series of lawsuits, one of at least 16 filed against the town, its officials, or current and former officers in the town of about 1,200 north of Birmingham. When he made me get out of the car, I felt belittled when he made me strip. The only thing I had on me was my socks. According to the complaint, Wright, who was 26 at the time, was riding in the car with Caitlin Mache Russell and Lonnie Pratt on the night of November 3rd, 2021, when Brookside police stopped them. The lawsuit says the police accused them of speeding and claimed to smell marijuana in the vehicle. The 2 police officers took Wright out of the car, made him remove his clothes at the side of the road, and ordered him to pull his underwear to his knees and show them his genitals as they searched for drugs, according to the lawsuit. Wow. Like, he's on the side of the road. Like, I don't know if there's traffic coming by or whatever the case is. There's 2 other people in the car. These other 2 people in the car got to be freaking the fuck out, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Like, this is a crazy situation right here. Like, I would have literally tried to kill both these cops. Like, this is crazy right here. I pray to God this never happens to me right here, because I'm not sure exactly. I would definitely be the aggressor in this situation right here. Like, I would definitely turn the tide a little bit, and I would be the aggressor in this situation. They would not like me. They would have to take me to jail, and they would have a hard time strip searching me at jail for this also. As plaintiff Wright was undressing at the direction of the officer in freezing cold weather on the side of the road in the defendant town of Brookside, defendant officer kept exclaiming and repeating, "I know you got it," lawyers wrote in the complaint. The suit says officers brought in a drug sniffing dog, but didn't find any drugs. They let the group leave without issuing any tickets or taking anyone to jail, according to the lawsuit. Now, here's the question, like, they pulled them over for speeding, but and then they made them go through this whole process, and then they turned them loose. Did they just think that they were just going to keep their mouth shut when they left? I mean, do these cops really think that they're that untouchable, that we're just not going to do anything about this on the backside? Did they see a 26-year-old kid or 2 black people in a car and a white person in a car and think, okay, these are young kids and we can get away with this kind of corrupt shit? I mean, this is crazy right here, especially when you consider that they were doing this for marijuana all the way around. Like even if they were doing it for any type of drug, that would have been a no-go from the get-go. Like that, like any reason whatsoever to defame that dude like they did on the side of the road. That had to be a very embarrassing and belittling situation. Attorneys Jonathan F. Austin and Roger A. Rice filed the lawsuit in federal court in Birmingham on Tuesday on behalf of Wright, Russell, and Pratt. The lawsuit accuses the officers of constitutional and state violations of false arrest and unlawful search and seizure. The lawyers said they plan to file an update in court records later with the names of both officers. Like, I'm trying to understand why these two officers aren't in jail. Like, I'm trying to understand why there aren't any charges against these two. Like, they're being sued in federal court. Like, what, I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but why aren't any criminal charges being brought against these guys even after the fact? Birmingham attorney Richard Warren Kinney III of Porter and Hassinger is representing Brookside in the lawsuit. He did not respond to a request for comment. Court records don't list an attorney for former Chief Jones. Austin said Jones is named in the lawsuit because he allowed a pervasive culture of abuse. Apparently so. Apparently so. If they've got 16 lawsuits of these former cops and these former officials in this town of Brookside, town of 1,200, this sounds like some crazy crap that would be going on in Wilcox County. Wright, who also told AL.com that he suffers from anemia, said he informed the officers that he could not be in the cold for long periods, but his medical issues were ignored. That didn't matter to him. We were outside literally an entire hour. Wright called the lawsuit an important effort to bring light to abuse by law enforcement. I want it to be known what's going on, and I want it to be stopped. I know I'm not the only black male who stays in Brookside. Austin, in an interview with AL.com, said, everyone is cloaked with the veil of innocence until proven guilty. Yet this police officer was the prosecutor, the judge, and the jury. I don't think any police department in America will condone that type of behavior except in Brookside, Alabama. Russell, the driver, is white and lives in Brookside. She said she suspects race played a role. They saw a white female and two black males. Of course, he's going to humiliate them or me. Policing in Brookside came under scrutiny after reporting by AL.com in 2022 revealed that the town used money from traffic stops to increase revenue by 640% in 2 years. By 2020, fines and forfeitures came to account for nearly half of the town's revenue. Soon after the initial reporting in AL.com, Chief Jones resigned and left town, and half of the police force quit or got forced out. The state legislature responded by passing new laws to address abuse, including one that restricts towns from using fines and fees to fund more than 10% of their budgets. I've never gone through anything like that, said Wright of the traffic stop. I thought their job was to protect and serve. I didn't feel protected or nothing. Guys, this is a crazy situation. Like, this stuff is going on every day in the state of Alabama. It's going on across the United States. Like, when are we just going to free the plant? Like when are we just going to get to a point when we realize that marijuana is not an excuse for you to pull us over? Like, that's what we have to get to in this country right here. Is we've got to get to a position where marijuana and hemp is not something that is used as a precursor to get you thrown in jail. Like, that's what it's been used for up to this point. There's a lot of people in jail on marijuana charges. We've covered many articles on this channel about all the people that are in jail for marijuana charges. This is a tragedy right here. This is a travesty of our laws, like big government right here, just basically wanting to get their hand in the game and try to get as much money out of it as possible. They're not going to get it through fines and jails and all that other crap. They're going to get it through, through taxes. And it's just the way it's going to be. All right, folks, whatever, guys, signing off, and I'll talk to you guys later, man. Love you. See you.